to move through a few of our warrior series. Now, warrior series is the time in a yoga practice, at least in my classes, that we are building strength. We're using our yoga poses pretty much solely for the point of strengthening those muscles. And they can be a little bit intense, but they can also be kind of fun, and hopefully they also feel good. Just like always, the most important thing to do is pay attention to what your body is telling you, and at any time, if you need rest, if you need to modify a pose, if you're donezo, then that is perfectly fine, of course. But let's get started. Let's come up to the top of our mats. Let's find our relaxed mountain pose. So our feet and our knees are at hip width apart, our pants are on, our tummies are in, the crown of our head is lifted, shoulders are back and relaxed. And again, this is our mountain pose, relaxed mountain. Now pop my knees. All right, let's take our arms up, extended mountain, reaching nice and tall. And as we exhale, hands come down to heart center. We're gonna step one foot straight back into our warrior one. Now I'm gonna be moving around, but I need you to try to hold still in your pose. So this is again, our warrior one pose. Our left knee, in this case, left knee, left toes are pointing straight ahead. Our back foot, in this case the right foot, that foot is turned out to about a 45-degree angle, again, give or take. The right knee is straight, it is not locked. Again, remember, we never lock a weight-bearing joint. And the important thing here is we need our hips, our belly button, and our shoulders to all face forward. When we have stepped one foot back, it's tempting to let the torso kind of turn to the side a little bit, but I need you to bring your shoulders around. You're gonna feel a nice stretch in this hip flexor. And then press back with this right heel. Go ahead and squeeze your tush. Okay, so tighten your fanny up nice and strong. Hang on.
Matt Roberts, you have a call on 7-1. Matt Roberts, you have a call on 7-1.
Okay, I can't compete with the speaker. But anyway, so our front knee and our front toes are pointing straight ahead, hips, belly button, shoulders face forward, back foot's at 45 degrees, back knee is straight, it's not locked. Squeeze your booty and take your hands wherever you'd like. If you wish, you can reach your arms up. You can also take your arms out. You can bend your elbows. You can even take your hands completely out of the whole thing. It really doesn't matter where you take your hands. This is more about what's happening from the waist down. But this is, again, warrior one. Now, hold your pose. I'm going to move. So it doesn't matter how deeply you bend your front knee. It does matter, though, that we keep this front knee above or behind that front heel. The main thing is we do not want our knee out and in front of our front foot. It's a little wobbly and a little unstable. So take that knee above or behind your front heel. Everything's nice and strong. Squeeze your tush. And again, this is warrior one. Shoulders are over hips. From our warrior one, let's take our arms up and then straighten this front knee. Don't lock it. Hinge over at our hips. We're going to take our hands to our thigh. If you'd like, slide your hands to your shin. You can also take your hands to your foot or even the floor. It doesn't matter where you take your hands, but we do need our hands to not be on our knee, above it or below it, but not on it. Press back with your hips. Be long through your spine. And this is pyramid pose. Again, hands are wherever you need them to be, as long as it's not on your knee. It rhymed. So again, this is pyramid pose. From our pyramid pose, with our inhale, let's lift our chin. And then as we exhale, tuck our chin, take our nose toward our knee. If you can, put your nose on your knee. If not, just look at your knee. It's okay. Without kneeing ourselves in the face, we're going to bend this front knee, strengthen in our abdomen, and come back up to warrior one. And then arms come up. Let's take our right hand to our thigh. Lift the left shoulder. Now legs stay put. But we're going to reach that left shoulder up and back. And this is exalted. Nice and long through the spine. We lift it up before we reach back because we don't want to compress in our lower back. Let's come back up. Warrior one. And then hands to the mat. Whatever it takes, we want to bring this front foot back to down dog. If you'd like, you can stay here. You can also come up to the toes, down to the knees, and fold the child's, so I can put my sock back on. Or you can be in down dog. If you wish, stay put. Otherwise, come to plank. From our plank, let's lower down crocodile. Lower to the mat and roll up to cobra. Roll to the mat. Hands are by our ribs. We're going to plant our toes and press up to plank. And then whichever you prefer, down dog or child's. Let's then step forward to forward fold. And reverse our swan dive. Come all the way up, extended mountain. Hands to heart center. Okay, let's do the same thing, other side. We're going to step our left foot back, other foot back. Bend that front knee. Front knee, front toes are pointing straight ahead. Back foot's at 45-ish degrees. And back knee is straight, it is not locked. Hips, belly button, shoulders are facing the front, and arms again are wherever you'd like. Up, open, down, heart center, on your thigh, relaxed, doesn't matter. We want to be very strong in this front leg. Make sure that back knee is not locked. Squeeze your tush and feel that stretch in your in your left hip flexor. Warrior one. From our warrior one, let's take our arms up and then hands come down to the mat. Let's straighten this left knee and press back into pyramid pose. Now we came to pyramid pose a different way this time. Whichever works best for you is perfectly fine. But straighten that front knee. So now both knees are straight, neither is locked. Hands are on the mat, our foot, our shin, or our thigh. Doesn't matter. Press your hips back. And then as we inhale, lift our chin. Look up, look forward. And then as we exhale, tuck our chin, take our nose toward our knee. Bending our knee. Let's come back up tall. Warrior one. And then arms up. Now legs don't move. We're going to reach our left hand to our thigh. Raise our right shoulder and back into exalted. You can look up. You can look forward. It's whichever you prefer. Up we go, warrior one. And then hands to the mat. Let's slide or step this right foot back. Find our down dog. If you wish, stay put. Otherwise, take it down to child's or come to plank. Bend our elbows to crocodile. And then roll up to cobra. Let's then roll to the mat. Toes or knees up to plank. And then down to our knees and everybody back to child's. Wiggle your fingers and roll your wrists. Relax your shoulders and breathe. And then step forward to forward fold. Feet come under hips. Reverse our swan dive. Come all the way up, extended mountain. Hands to heart center. Let's take the right foot back. Warrior one. Here we are again. Left knee, left toes are pointing forward. Hips, belly button, shoulders face the front. Squeeze your tush. Nice and strong. Warrior One pose. All right. So from our Warrior One, we're going to lift up. So lift with that left knee a little bit. We're going to turn to the right side. Bend this left knee again and turn the back foot. I'm going to turn. And then I'm going to fall over. Anyway, so now our left knee and our left toes are pointing straight ahead, but our back foot, however, has turned. From our pinky toe to our heel, that straight line across the back of your foot needs to be kind of sort of parallel to the back edge of your mat. And toes are pointing out to the side. So your left toes are pointing straight ahead, and your right toes are pointing to the right. So left knee, left toes point forward, but now what do we do with our hips? Our hips and our belly button and our shoulders are facing to the right side. Squeeze your tush. All right, so nice and strong, and then float your arms. If you remember back to when we were doing chair pose earlier, we talked about tucking the tailbone. Same concept here. I need you to push your hips forward. Tuck your tailbone under and try to flatten your lower back. And then again, check on the position of your left knee. It needs to be above or behind your left heel. So this is Warrior Two. And then we've got our head turned and we're looking over our left hand, so we're looking forward. From our Warrior Two, let's lower the right arm, lift the left arm. Reach this left shoulder up and back. And this is reverse warrior. Legs don't move. You can look up, you can look straight ahead, you can look to the right, whatever works. And you can also slide that right hand down towards your calf. Let's come back up to Warrior Two. And then to Warrior One. Adjust as necessary. Okay, so move that back foot. Let's take our hands to the mat. Slide, step, or drag this left foot back to down dog. If you wish, you can stay in down dog. You can also fold to child's. Otherwise, come to plank. You can hold plank pose or bend your elbows, crocodile. Lower to the floor and roll up to cobra. Lower to the mat. Toes or knees, press up to plank, nice and strong in your tummy. And then down dog or child, your choice. Fold or lift. Let's then step forward to forward fold. Feet come under hips. Let me fix my sock. Reverse our swan dive all the way up, extended mountain. Hands to heart center. Okay. All right. So now same thing, other side. From our mountain pose, let's take our left foot back. Bend that right knee. Let me adjust a little bit. There we go. So bend the right knee, right toes face forward. Back foot somewhere around 45 degrees. Back knee is straight, not locked. Hips, belly button, shoulders face the front. Arms are wherever you need them to be. Again, this is Warrior One. From our Warrior One, let's now lift up. We're going to turn to the left. Turn that back foot. Bend your right knee. Turn your torso to the left and then float your arms. I'm going to move. Okay. So just like before, right knee, right toes, point straight ahead, back foot. Look at your back foot. Pinky toe to heel is parallel to the back edge of your mat. Arms are floating. Shoulders are over hips. Now it's kind of tempting sometimes to lean forward or to lean back here, but we want our shoulders over our hips. Front knee is bent. It doesn't matter how deeply. It does matter that you keep that front knee above or behind your heel. Float your arms, tuck your tailbone, squeeze your booty, and then look forward. And this is warrior two. From our warrior two, let's then lower the left arm, raise the right, reach that right shoulder up and back into reverse warrior. Look up, look forward, look down, look to the side, it doesn't matter. And then come back to warrior two, to warrior one. My feet are sliding. From our warrior one, let's take our hands to the mat and bring this right foot back to down dog. You can fold to child's or come to plank. Now you can hold plank pose, toes or knees, doesn't matter. But you can hold plank or bend your elbows to crocodile. Roll up to cobra. Roll to the mat. Toes or knees up to plank. And then everybody down to the knees and fold to child's. Breathe deeply. Okay, from our child's pose, let's step the left foot forward. We're going to plant that right heel. Right toes are turned out to the side. Left knee, left toes are pointing forward. We're going to use our core strength and lift up to warrior one. And I'm going to move. I'm going to move all over the place with this one. So here we are in our warrior one. Left knee, left toes, point straight ahead, back foot's at 45 degrees. Hips, belly button, shoulders face the front. Squeeze your tush. Arms go wherever you need. From our warrior one, let's lift up, turn to the side, turn that back foot, bend your left knee, float your arms. Warrior two, look over your left hand. I'm going to turn. Left knee, left toes, face forward, back foot, blade, pinky toe to heel, parallel to the back edge of your mat. Turn your head, tuck your tailbone, float your arms, and hold your pose. This is warrior two. Okay, from our warrior two, we're going to move into my favorite yoga pose, and this is called pyramid. Pyramid pose is done a little bit differently in a few different yoga styles. This is how I do it. From our warrior two, let's straighten our left knee. Don't lock it. Kick your hips back and reach your left hand forward. Then we're going to take that left hand down to the shin. You can also take it to the thigh. Raise your right arm. If you wish, take your left hand to the mat. Both knees are straight, but neither knee is locked. Right arm is up in the air. Open your chest. Reach your right hand up. Knees are straight. They're not locked. Please, please don't lock your knees. And our hips, our belly button, and our shoulders are turned to the right. It's my favorite yoga pose. I love this one. From our triangle pose, let's then bend this left knee. Strengthen in our abdomen, up we go, warrior two. And then from our warrior two, we're going to move down to extended angle, and this one can be a doozy. We're going to start by bending the left elbow. Put the hand on the thigh with the fingers coming inside. We're going to reach this right arm up and then rotate the shoulders so we're facing forward. And if you wish, you can stay here. If you'd like, take your forearm down to your thigh. Now we need a straight line from our fingertips through our elbow, through our shoulders, to our hip, our knee, and our right heel. And if you'd like, you can stay here. If you wish, take that hand down. You're going to slide that back foot back a little bit. But take your hand to the inside of your thigh, fingertips on the floor, palm on the floor, whichever. And then that right hand is again reaching forward. We want a straight-ish line from our fingertips to our heel. Nice and strong. Now the hard part is getting out of this. And my feet are sliding, so this should be interesting. But then we're gonna lift our body up. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Warrior two. Warrior one. Everything faces forward, adjust as needed. And then down dog. In our down dog, you can stay put if you'd like, or come to plank. You can hold plank if you'd like, or crocodile. No one wants to hold crocodile, so roll up to cobra. And then down to the mat. Let's keep our knees on the mat, press the plank, and then fold to child's. Wiggle your fingers and roll your wrists. Extended child's, full child's, modified child's, easy child's, whatever you'd like. But just relax for a moment, breathe deeply. Because we're going to do it again. From our child's pose, let's reach our hands forward. Let's come up to our knees, plant our toes, take it back to down dog. And then from down dog, step forward to forward fold. Because I got to fix my sock. Yeah. All the way up, extended mountain. And then hands to heart center. I'm going to move. Okay. So here we are. Warrior one, nope. Mountain pose. We're going to move into our warrior one again. Let's take this time the left foot back. Bend your front knee. Turn your left foot 45 degrees. Hips, belly button, shoulders face the front. Squeeze your booty. Arms go wherever you'd like. Look down. Make sure your right knee and your right toes are facing the front. Only here for a moment. So let's lift up, turn to the left, bend that right knee, turn the back foot, float the arms, look over the right hand. Warrior two, and I'm going to move. Okay, so warrior two. Right toes, right knee, point straight ahead. Back foot, pinky toe to heel, parallel to the back edge of your mat. Hips, belly button, shoulders face the side. Arms are floating, and you're looking over your right hand. Again, this is warrior two. And we're going to take it down to triangle pose. So let's straighten the right knee. Kick the hips back. Reach the right hand forward and then take it down. You can go to your thigh, to your shin, to the foot, or to the floor. Both knees are straight, but neither is locked. Press your hips back. Feel this in your right hamstring, a little bit in your left. You can even feel this one in your right groin muscle. Should feel good. Okay, so again, this is triangle pose. It's my favorite. I love this pose. If you wish, let's take the left hand to the mat. We're going to pivot our hips, turn our torso. Take our right hand to our hip, and then raise that right arm up. This is our revolved or twisted triangle, and we're looking to the right side. Let's bring it back, standard triangle. Right hand on the mat, left hand up in the air. Open your chest, reach up tall. And then let's release. Bend this right knee, up we go. Warrior two. Okay, so now we're gonna take it down to extended angle. And again, this one's a doozy, okay? And you can stop at any point. We're gonna start by bending the right elbow. Put the hand on the thigh with the fingers coming in. We're gonna reach this left arm up and over. At this point, the legs really haven't moved. Stay put if you wish. Otherwise, pick up the right hand, bend that right elbow, lower down. Oop, feet are sliding. So now the right forearm is on the thigh. Straight line from the fingertips down to the left heel. Strong in your quads. If you wish, stay put. Otherwise, take that right hand to the inside of the thigh. Lower those hips and reach that left hand up and over. Nice and long. Be strong. This one's a doozy. Extended angle. Now, we got to get out of this. If my foot wasn't sliding, I'd say just pull up. My foot's sliding. So I'm going to take my hand to the mat, bring that left foot back, and up. Warrior two. To warrior one. To down dog. If you wish, stay put. Otherwise, come to plank. You can stay put or crocodile. You can stay here. Nobody wants to. Up to cobra. Down to the mat. Toes or knees up to plank. Down dog or child. Let's step forward to forward fold. Reverse our swan dive, come all the way up. Hands to heart center. I'm going to turn. And release. That was a little bit of fun with Warrior Series. Hope you enjoyed it.